All right, so we're working on some beatdown right here matchup. We got Thulsa Doom, the OG Lich versus Skeletor right here, and they're having a pretty gruesome battle right here. Pretty gruesome. All right, here we go. There's that. Just trying to get the right detail in there. Hey, how's it going, Mario Man? And Marius, thanks for stopping by. Drawing a little Skeletor versus Thulsa Doom. Thulsa Doom's the OG though, man. He's the OG Lich. Just doing a little wind down stream before I gotta go to bed. Try to do a little bit of this. Was working on my sword and sorcery character. I got a barbarian character, you know. He's definitely inspired by all the characters we like. Obviously Conan. Conan's like the first one, but it's hard trying to come up with a. I came up with a name a while ago, but now I don't like it, so I'm trying to come up with a new one. I named the world. The world. I gave the world a pretty badass name, but yeah, just coming up with new ideas. I was gonna make the character kind of like a Neanderthal, you know, but now I'm starting to see more people are doing that. So like now I got to go back to formula. I mean, obviously you want to stay true to your heart, but and your ideas and your inspirations, you know, but sometimes when there's a mass abundance of stuff, it's kind of like don't have to go that far. So I'm not going to make him a complete Neanderthal, but definitely going to make him a somewhat of a simple barbarian. I think that if you grind him down, you put him down into nothing, just put him right down in that primordial ooze, and you can really build him up from there, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to do with the character. So I'm trying to do that, trying to build the world a little bit, do a little bit of lore, but nothing too crazy, because it's just going to be for a comic and maybe a little prose, you know. And yeah, been working on my campaign for HELWÄR. I'm trying to spruce up my campaign for that. Yeah, right. He's got some shankies right here, some shank toes. Trying to make the campaign look good. Looking around at other, you got to keep it current, man. You got to see what other people are doing. You know, see what people want. You know, as artists, we could kind of do a lot of stuff, but you got to see what's kind of trending and what type of thing people really want. You know, for a while it was sketch cards, stuff like that. People don't really like all the tchotchkes, it seems like, that much anymore. They just want the book. But yeah, the campaign, it takes a while to kind of to get it to. I mean, you can slap one together, but to make it look really good, you know, it takes a while to build the campaign page. Yeah. Thanks, Raul. Orozoko. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Happy Valentine's. Hope you guys had a good one with your loved ones, you know? Yeah. Yep. We went to a nice Mexican food place today. Got some fish tacos. where I live, a place called Taco Nazo in Bellflower. It's really good stuff. Baja Senora tacos. Pretty soon I'm going to be using the nib too on this. Oh, thanks for the liking and subscribing, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Yeah, with the HELWÄR page I'm working on for Kickstarter, you know, I'm trying to give it like those biker vibes, but also like the you know, the heavy metal vibes too, like from the 90s. So I'm trying to incorporate that in like the campaign. So I want people to kind of look at the campaign and kind of get some vibe when they're looking at it, you know. It's fun. So the last one I did was a Western, so you had like kind of Western vibes and stuff like that. But yeah. And then I'm thinking about stuff that I want to give people glow in the dark guitar picks. Everyone that backs the book, I've seen some of those. They look really cool. And then I also want to do a poster too. So I'm looking at giving people a free poster with the book. Let's see here. I'll tell my friends to watch your streams and vids if you want. Hell yeah, man! If you could tell everybody, yeah, for sure. And if you want, if you want, man, check out my description. I'm launching a book in 4 weeks on Friday the 13th of March. It's called HELWÄR. It's a 106-page comic book, or kind of like a graphic novel, but it's going to be the size of a metal album. And this is the character right here. It's a Viking biker comic. He's a bounty hunter. He works for Helnora. She's the goddess of Helheim. It's my version of hell. And he's on his last mission. He's been working for like 1,000 years. And then once he's done with that last mission, she's going to set him free and his brother. And then they're going to be chilling. Maybe not. You're going to have to read the story. But it's action-packed. 106 pages. It's black and white. And the book's going to look, again, like a metal record. It'll be square. It'll be a square comic, a big square comic. So, inspired by Lobo, Thor, Norse myth, biker culture. My uncle was a biker, so I kind of picked up a lot of stuff from him. But also the Incredible Hulk as well. So if he doesn't work with metal, if he doesn't slay with metal, play metal, or any of those three, he'll turn into this beast right here called the Hellbenger, and that's just like this mindless berserking Hulk that goes around and if you're fighting him and he turns into that, it's gonna be pretty bad. But I leave it a little bit mysterious. I don't explain everything in this book. I wanted to leave a little bit more of the allure to it, kind of like Wolverine. You know, nobody knew who Wolverine was when he came out. You know what I mean? And a lot of this stuff is tied up in Norse mythology. So if you do like a Google search or whatnot, you'll check it out. So yeah. This book I've been working on for about three years on and off. It was going to take me about a year, and then it turned into something else. Things just kind of turned into things. The story got longer and longer, and then it had to be that long. So this right here, these things usually take me about 16 hours, something like that. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson version. How's it going, Kirk Lazarus? Hope you're doing good. Yep. Use AI. Can't fault you on that. Everybody uses that. Oh, thanks, Raul. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, AI is so tempting. I've been wanting to use it on a lot of the new HELWÄR stuff for like the trailer, and I could do so much damage with AI right now, but I just can't, man. I got a code. I don't use it. I don't use AI at all. And if I do use it, I don't know, for my art. I do use that new Google search, because it's just like a deep search engine, Yeah, I like to use my brain for all the creativity, man, to be honest. I like to get bored, and then that's when I really start thinking about stuff. Yeah. So that's when I really get bored, and then that's when I get real creative, But yeah, AI is tempting, It's good for sometimes I think for for finding like a pose, Say if you want to do not a 3D model, but say You're looking for that special pose. Some of them could do that, I hear. So I don't do 3D models either. I just don't trace either. So I would look at a 3D model though if I had to for like a building or something like that. You know, I just don't. I'm just not into tracing and using AI. That's just my thing. Yeah, yeah. If you use AI on your drawings, they're gonna, you know, sometimes it'll beef them up. A lot of people use those assists. Yeah, most definitely. All right, we got that. Yeah, I think I'll leave that like that. Okay. The perfect posture. That's cool. Oh, what year did I start drawing? I started drawing when I was like probably 4 years old, something like that, 3 or 4. But I didn't draw like nonstop. I took breaks, and then I took like a break from like 10 years or something. Probably in like ninth or 10th grade, I stopped till I was like yeah, probably stopped when I was like 14. And I picked it back up again when I was like maybe 22 or something like that. Yeah. As far as like comic books and things like that, I've just been really focusing on my art a lot more like the past probably 11 or 12 years, something like that. Just trying to do what I can. Have you ever tried Grok? Let's see here. You can make your art alive with AI. The only thing I use Grok for is like for deep like internet searches for stuff, you know, or for tutorials. You know what I mean? If there's something I don't know how to do, because sometimes when I Google stuff, it doesn't work. So I would use Grok, and Grok would do that intense search, you know. Then Google came out with Google AI, so I use that for a search engine, you know. But now I use Grok for a lot of stuff when I need like a detailed list of something. Yeah. But that's it though. Other than that, that's it. Just like a deep internet search. Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and then they have Grok 4.0 now. That one does like takes a little longer to search for stuff, but does that deep dive. Like I need to find you know, if I want to find who has the cheapest die cut stickers, I'll look in Grok for that, and it'll search for it. Boom. I need to get who makes the cheapest trading cards that are in my city. You know, it'll do the deep stuff like that. You know, that's what I use it for. Stuff that I would have to like really search for, I probably wouldn't find, because it searches like it, you know, the deepest bowels of the internet, in places that you couldn't even search probably, or know where to search. So, yep, yep, yep. Let's see here, black and white to color one. Yep. Have a good one, Raul. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for subscribing. Bye, man. Good luck to stay safe and keep up the good work. I gotta go sleep. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. Have a good one. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to get the. I think I might have the first few pages of my comic up somewhere so people can read the first. Probably gonna put the first 10 pages up there. somewhere. That way people will know what they're getting into if they want to back it or not, you know. So I'm probably going to do that. I'm just looking for the right site to put it on. So I'm going to have that link in the Kickstarter campaign. So much stuff going on. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to try to put together a short, some artwork, hopefully, and I'm going to try to do a review tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. And I might do a live stream tomorrow night. Just depends on how much stuff I could finish. I'm also working on my campaign right now for HELWÄR, so that's been taking me some time. Yep. Thanks again, though, man. Hope you have a good night. Oh, cool. Awesome. Thanks, Raul. How's it going? Dinner? I already had my dinner. Some tacos. There's been a lot of AI videos out. Oh, thanks, Dinner. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day with your family and whatnot. Happy Valentine's. Yeah. I'm not gonna color this, but I am drawing Thulsa Doom, the famous Cole the Conqueror, King Cole villain. He was also played by James Earl Jones in Conan the Barbarian, the movie, versus Skeletor right here. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna color it. Maybe one day. You never know. Never know. Maybe one day I'll paint it. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Um, let's see. I draw comics. Lately I've been drawing these like kind of battles with different characters from like movies and comics and TV shows and stuff like that, making them fight each other. Looking for stuff I haven't really seen before, things like that. I'm gonna be drawing something after this a little different. I'm gonna have some indie comic characters fight. Be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be a fun one. And I also do. I'm doing a little bit of these how to draw comic book pages, showing comic book page breakdowns. So I'm doing a Crom the Barbarian story and showing people how I do my process. So I'm doing that. So that's what I'm drawing right now. And then yeah, I do commissions too sometimes. And yeah, comics. That's pretty much it. Same. I also do that, but it is not as good as. Oh, well, just keep practicing, and you might be a little happier with your work. Um, that's what I would say. Oh, that's dope. See right there. Now you know what I'm talking about. Those matchups. Master Chief versus Iron Man. That's a good matchup. That's a good matchup. That's a good matchup. I'd like to do like RoboCop versus Iron Man. I think that'd be a good one. Judge Dredd versus Iron Man, I think would be kind of cool. Even if you know who's gonna win, I think that's when it gets. Like if you put the two together, you make a good fight. Maybe one of them you kind of know he's an underdog, he or she. That makes it can make it kind of interesting too. I think as well. Yeah. Let's see. There's that. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of this right here, like that. Yeah, it seemed like a Skeletor comic the other day where he like basically created Trap Jaw. I think he like ripped his jaw off and like blasted his arm off with his staff. Like, oh, there's where Trap Jaw came from. I like Thundar the Barbarian's pretty badass too. I've been watching those cartoons on Tubi. That character's pretty underrated, I would say. 100%. I like that Jack Kirby worked on it. I thought that was pretty cool. Guess he did the backgrounds for the cartoon. And I'm like, catch myself staring at the backgrounds now when I'm watching the cartoon. Like, oh, it's all post-apocalyptic. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Skeletor's a pretty wicked character. Pretty wicked. Just kind of waiting for a lot of this to dry too. All right, now we're gonna work on this. Hey, Mario Man, 247. How you doing? A fun fight with predetermined outcome. Dread versus Peacemaker. Dread would win, but the dialogue before the beatdown would really beatdown really is the chef's kiss, right? I think these beatdowns that I'm drawing, because it's my shtick now, I think I'm gonna get better at it, and I'm gonna come up with new ideas for it, just to make it fun. I'm gonna start selling these too. Probably gonna make prints out of them too. They're gonna be fun, I'll sell them on my website. You think I should do prints of these beatdowns? Think people would be down with that? Think people would buy them for a reasonable price? I could do them different sizes too. Could make them like 11 by 14, 11 by 17. Maybe, I don't know. Trying to think of new things. Artists have to try to be creative. Could be kind of challenging. See, I think people would offer monochrome and color ID possible, and which coloring people prefer. The less preferred gets limited stock runs. Okay. Yeah, I might color a little bit, but I'll probably hire someone to color it, you know? But you know what? That would be fun, though. That would be fun to scan these in and maybe do some of those old school, like, you know what I mean? Like those old school toned flat colors with a lot of like a kind of vintage look. I think this would be cool, vintage. I'd like to do that. That'd be fun. Because some things could look really cool with like the 70s and 80s colors. Some could look kind of fun with like the 90s look, you know? Yeah, people don't really buy black and white that much color wise, or that type of print. Hey, what's up, Buzz? Thanks for stopping by, man. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too nice, too nice. Looking forward to your Bloodborne book, man. Or Bloodbone. It's gonna be badass. The one you and Joe are working on. Everybody go subscribe to Buzz's Avedo. He's got a bunch of killer books coming out and on deck right now as well. Classic black and white indie comics. Yeah, dude. Me too. Got to keep it black and white. So I was telling the chat, I was thinking about maybe doing some black and white prints of this, you know, but and if I did maybe some color tones, you know, maybe selling for like a couple bucks on my website, you know what I mean? Not too much, but enough to like cover the shipping at least, you know. Not too much, but you know, enough. I don't know how much that would be. What do you think of that, Buzz? You think that'd be a good idea? Selling some prints of some of these beatdowns? Think people would be down with that? Could you write my user dinner very small in the artwork? I would, man, but usually it would have to be like at a something in the background, like I don't know, maybe like in a city or something, you know. But this is in Eternia, so yeah, probably gonna put my name on it, you know, just because I drew it, I guess. Yeah, I gotta sign it, you know. Us artists like to sign our work nowadays a little more. Yep. Otherwise, I would. I'd definitely put like something in the background. If I was doing like a big city piece, you know, I could do like dinner, dinner's diner. That'd be cool. Or diner's dinner. I don't know. Let's see here. like in the blood bubbles. What is the brand of using fine liner? This is a Tombow Fudenosoki, and it's this is a hard tip. I also use the soft tip, which is a black one. This is a blue one. You can get they come in a pack of both for usually like $6 to $8, depending on where you get them at. Yeah. Now I'm gonna kind of go around and mess with some of the blood. Add a little bit of texture to it, to most of them. Probably use this. Probably leave this like that, maybe, because I want it to have some differential in color. But yeah, so this I see this just melting, kind of pussy, like kind of pinks and greens and browns. That would just be kind of gross. Everything else would be like dark red blood, that type of stuff. So get some tonage in there. There we go, something like that. All right, there's that. Still a little more of the red stuff, but since it's black and white, we got to make it black. You know, personally, when I'm doing comics, I like the blood to be different colors, even when it's black and white. Like, it's all just red. It kind of can be confusing. Like right here, he's melting his hand, so it's gonna be juxtaposed with different things, like the wood, probably whatever the staff head's made out of. They're gonna be melting together, and it's magic too. So I might even put a little Kirby crackle around here, some energy. I think that'd be kind of cool. Not too much, but just like a little bit, maybe somewhere around here, just like a little Kirby crackle in there, just to signify that he's using magic. Like, what the hell is he doing? I love Kirby crackle. That stuff never gets old. Right. Everything else I could probably use with like a nib or something else. Once I erase it, I'll get more ideas too with that. All right. I think now I'm going to work on the cringy cringer. Give him some big teeth. Give him a little bit bigger than normal. That's okay. I'll do a little bit of this too. There we go. Thanks to everyone that's been hanging out. Appreciate you 5 people watching. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys had a good day today. Valentine's was a weird Valentine's Day for me. Still good nevertheless. Try to switch it up for the lady. Usually get her the chocolate covered strawberries, but this time I'm doing a little different stuff. It's crazy how expensive some of this stuff gets over the year. Everything's like almost 3 times the price, seems like. All right. There's a couple claws in there. Gonna see what happened right there. He's supposed to have not too long a hair because he's a panther type animal. He's not technically a panther though. He's Panther. So he could be something else. All right. Got those knuckles right there. Rib cage right there. Mm, 45 minutes. Got some stuff done today. The next page is going to be, and that I'm doing is going to be indie too. So I'll introduce you to one of my old characters, and then you're going to see a new one. It's going to be a Western one. We're going to be drawing a Gothic Western beatdown. Yeah, I'm gonna put a vote out on the channel and on Twitter too. Probably gonna get to that in a week, maybe. It's probably gonna have to take me another week to finish this, something like that, and then I'll jump on that. That's the plan. Always gotta have a plan. Always gotta stay busy, man. And it's good to get bored for a little bit. That's where all the decision making takes place and all the dreaming goes on. It's okay to dream and it's okay to get bored. It's when your brain gets to really have some fun, you know. So yes, people are gonna let me work now. Let me do my magic. Let me get bored. It makes sense too. Like whenever I like come up with new ideas, it's usually when I'm just like completely checked out mentally. Like I said before on other streams, I used to kind of barbecue and put on some metal and just take my drawing book outside. And I just get really primal with it, just like metal, fire, meat, grill. Just sit there and kind of have a beer, relax, and just think about space, maybe floating through it, just stars and empty void. And just think about a decompression valve going off like, maybe right in the middle of the week, like on a Wednesday when you need it the most, just to get through the fucker. And then that's when the ideas would start hitting. I'd just start thinking about stories and characters and have the drawing pad right there and just start sketching it out. Come up with a lot of fun stuff that way. But you got to be willing to just kind of let yourself decompress from the stress, Let those stress toxins just kind of pour out a bit. Dude, this toy right here, it didn't move. I used to have this toy. I remember. I never had Battle Cat, but I had Skeletor, He-Man. I don't think I had I didn't have Battle Cat. I always wanted one, but I don't think they had them back when I wanted them. They were always sold out. They just had the Panther. But he had like velvet. He was like purple velvet. He didn't move either. Yeah, it was cool though. I still liked it. He wasn't going anywhere either. You could put the big old Skeletor on there. Swolator. Yeah. Sometimes you think like, damn, like bodybuilders couldn't really move around too much, so maybe the build that they have in the movies is kind of makes more sense. They could move quicker, especially for Skeletor, I guess. But then I think of like the toys about how big they were, could they really move like that? Sometimes I think yes, sometimes I think no. Because, if you ever see a bodybuilder try to touch his back, his back, it's kind of hard, But then you see like Conan the Barbarian, obviously Schwarzenegger isn't like moving at the speed of like Jet Li or Jackie Chan, but, he moves pretty quick. He twirls his sword around pretty fast. Yeah. So maybe being that big, maybe you can pull off those moves. I think it just maybe the way your arms rotate around their sockets. Who knows? Maybe you got extra long arms that are double jointed or can pop out of socket. Who knows? All right. There we go. Kind of getting there like that. Trying to keep the hair not too long on this cat. No pun intended. But I'm going to have to add a little darkness to it. There's still 4 of you guys watching. You guys are awesome. All right, got that guy. I think I'll probably use the different brush for this one. Probably gonna call it in a few minutes. Got to get up kind of early tomorrow, but I'm content with like how much work we're getting done tonight on here. Just need to add some weight to this guy. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. All right. All right. Hopefully they do that. Hopefully they make Conan on HBO, man. The people that hold the rights to Conan, they're pretty chill, man. Like they got this guy Sean that runs the whole YouTube channel and does like the interviews and stuff. He'll do like a live stream every couple of months, like an hour. He teases a lot of stuff, you know. They're definitely working on getting the movies made. I think like a movie or TV show. I think that's going down. Should make another Shadow movie, man. That movie was awesome. Probably gonna call it right there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a short stream tonight, just kind of help myself wind down a little bit. Gonna get ready for work. Gotta finish this up right here. Castle Grayskull over there. Gotta finish Snake Mountain back there. Couple rocks in the front. I wanted to kind of fighting in front of a boulder. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we'll do another stream tomorrow, if not in a few days. But I really appreciate you guys. Go sign up for HELWÄR on my Substack. It's BATT MURK. Go follow HELWÄR on a Kickstarter, and let all your friends and family know about it. You know that everyone that's into that type of comic, it's rated M for mature. But thanks for stopping by. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your roll. I'll see you guys next time. And remember, if the artist isn't starving, then the artist isn't hungry. I'll see you guys later.